You grew up a perfect life in a perfect home with perfect parents, a perfect sister, and perfect grades. Nothing was ever out of place. Or was it? Your memory is a bit jaded, it seems. Maybe you got it all wrong. You learned that your mother takes care of the home and your father provides. Oh wait, how is he making money again? Maybe you chose to forget. Like the perfect sim you are, you fell in love in high school and had the perfect partner. Or at least, he was perfect until you saw him kissing your sister. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. You moved on. Your sister and your ex got married, and you weren't even invited to their wedding. You married young, 18 to be exact, and you took care of your spouse and home, honoring your mother's beliefs. But your ex was never far away. And now, you're pregnant with his child? You were perfect. Where did it go wrong? And that, my friends, is what we're about to find out. Because there's so much more to this story that we get to discover. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are starting the Crybaby Whims Legacy Challenge. What you watched was a little bit of background for our legacy founder, Willow. So you got to know her a little bit as she grew up. I will first go over the rules before we jump into some gameplay as we start the challenge. The Crybaby Whims Legacy Challenge was created by Dryad. You can find it on Tumblr. And Generation 1 is called Dollhouse. So your founder, which is Willow for us, has to have the successful lineage aspiration and is not allowed to have a career until they become an adult, at which point they do the politician career. And their traits are perfectionist, paranoid, and family-oriented. Their colors are yellow and white, and in the challenge rules, it does say that for the colors, you can express those however you want, whether it's in the Sims' clothes, their hair, their home. I have played a little bit of their backstory, as you saw. We are supposed to have a high school sweetheart that we start on bad terms with. We are supposed to have a very caring spouse that we're madly in love with. And we should also have the perfect white picket fence home that we begin in with our spouse. So in the machinima, I say that we're already pregnant with Andy's child. We are in fact not. That is what we are going to play. So we will be playing the time from her marriage to her existing husband to when we actually end up becoming pregnant with our ex. Our objectives that we still have to achieve are to slowly rebuild that relationship with our ex, start hooking up with them, and one of us gets pregnant. So in our case, it will be Willow. We will raise the child under our roof and have 3 more children with our spouse. We divorce our spouse as an adult and we take all the kids. And at that point, we stop being a stay-at-home parent and join the politician career. We also have to master our aspiration. And the big question, do we continue seeing our ex? Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Stream. This is our generation founder, our legacy founder, Willow. She is married to Timothy Greenwood. They were best friends in high school, and when she caught her boyfriend cheating, she ended up connecting with her best friend, and they have a very strong relationship. He had a crush on her all through high school, which I didn't plan. He also has this fear of being cheated on, which again, I didn't plan this. So I have played a little bit just to get a little bit of the history built in. On the night of their wedding, he developed this fear of being cheated on. I was actually really excited to, for once, see a fear that made sense, because the fears I've not been super pleased about, if I'm being honest. We look in their family tree. Her sister, Sydney, is married to her ex, and they actually do have a toddler named Anchor. And they live just one neighborhood over. So I'll show you where everybody lives. And then if we look in her relationships, so this is Andy, our ex, and as you can see, they have a very bad relationship. They don't really like each other. This is Lauren, who I know we made on stream, her best friend. Lauren actually lives in the house on the end right there. Her father is at the top of the criminal career. Her relationship with her sister is actually not bad. Now, these two, if I can get these to work, they're not working. They have a number of sentiments because I did play through their entire breakup. So they do have some bad sentiments towards each other. So it's not only the relationships that we have to work on improving, but also the sentiments. And I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that yet. But this is where we're starting off. He does have a job. So he just started. He's a raw recruit, entry level of the military career. He needs to get to level 2 fitness, practice sparring. So he needs a special bot to practice his sparring. And I believe I checked and it's quite expensive. So we need to save a little bit of money to be able to afford that. It is 10:50 p.m. So we're probably going to put our Sims to bed. They are recently married, but they actually haven't woohooed yet. So maybe we should have them. I think that they wouldn't wait and they would just go ahead and try for a pregnancy. They both want to have kids. My neighbor just brought me a freshly baked apple pie. I wasn't expecting that. All right, let's get up. So because she is a perfectionist and also a stay-at-home housewife, I think that she would take that role very seriously. So I do imagine that she's going to try to do a lot of cooking and cleaning. I actually meant to get them stuff for laundry as well. I don't always play with the laundry day pack, but I do for families like this. What time do you work at? He works soon. Okay, yeah. Grab something to eat. Hopefully we can catch a shower. All right, let's see if we manage to successfully become pregnant. Oh my gosh, our mom is asking if they should try for a baby. It's a huge responsibility. You already had 2 kids that are grown. Let's tell her to decide for herself. And we're pregnant already. Man, that was fast. News well received from disclosing parenthood. Willow's partner reacted very well to being told they're the other parent for Willow's latest child. So he's a jealous sim. He's also ambitious and he's has essence of flavor. So he can make higher quality food and drink. I just thought cooking might be a fun hobby for him. But in general, like he's fairly career oriented. And I think he quite likes that Willow will be spending time at home. I also gave him the successful lineage aspiration. I think that for both of them, they are very goal-oriented when it comes to their family. They're very focused on like having a strong family, like appearance is very important to them. And, you know, he's the provider and she makes sure that the house is running well and stuff. And at this early stage of their lives as young adults, that's kind of what their focus is. Wait, why isn't he going to work? Should he not be at work? I'm so confused. Why didn't you go to work? Can I not send him? Okay, well, that's a little concerning. I was a little bit relying on him going into work, to be honest with you, because we are not doing well. Okay, I'm gonna have her take a shower and then maybe we can head over to their parents' house, tell them about our pregnancy, maybe ask to borrow some money. So this is the house that we built. Deligracy on YouTube is renovating a bunch of builds in Willow Creek. The ones that I'm playing in, I've tried to decorate myself or build myself, but I did add some of her builds just to make it a little bit more interesting. So this is where our sister lives with our ex and their toddler. And this is where we grew up. This is our parents' home. So let's head over to our parents' home. These are our parents. So we've got Neville and Tina. This is their gorgeous, really super rich house that our father definitely did some nefarious things to earn the money for the house. So let's make sure we go and we share the big news. So I did take a lot of pictures growing up. This is our parents when they were younger. They were younger in some parts of the machinima and they were older in other parts. This is a family photo when we were kids. This was our sister's wedding. And I don't know if you noticed, but she was actually pregnant at her wedding, which I didn't plan. I didn't mean for them to get pregnant. They ended up somehow getting pregnant without me even thinking they had woohooed. So I can take you upstairs as well, actually. So this is our father's office. You can see he has like a bat and money in the corner, which is very funny and, well, and scary also. And he's got this, I don't know what it is exactly. This is literally called Stolen Necklace. This is another photo of their parents on their wedding. Our room is this one here. We've got some photos on the wall here. We were close with our sister in high school, but that obviously changed. See, even she has a photo still here of us together when we were teenagers. So I think that we definitely do need to do something for money. I don't know what though. How do we make money quickly? Maybe, I think maybe he'll take an odd job. I think that's what we have to do. We have 24 simoleons and we're pregnant and we don't work until Monday. I thought we would have some money so that we could decorate the nursery, but we don't. So I'm going to send Timothy on some odd jobs. In need of waxing, handiness 4, photography 1. I think we might have a photography skill. Let's try that. No, he doesn't have photography skill. I thought he might. I thought he might have some photography, but he doesn't. He doesn't have very many skills at all. We really needed cash, but Willow, you might need to write a few books this weekend. How did we fail the job? I don't even know how we're supposed to go to the job. I feel like they're supposed to go on their own, but he just like never did. Oh, maybe I was supposed to take a photo. Oopsies. Okay, I think I was supposed to do with him. He wasn't supposed to go to that job. That was my bad. I think that's my fault, Timothy. I think that a little bit of this sort of very strict roles in the household, which I think they both agree to right now, might be a little bit what drives Willow away from Timothy, because I think like right now they're kind of young in love, and she had this whole plan for her life with her ex, which obviously went wrong. So she was kind of like trying to recover the plan more than really thinking about if her plan was what she really wanted. So I feel like she's kind of tried to like create a role for herself. Oh my gosh, she just keeps cleaning. But I do think that that can be a little bit a part of the story and why she might be a little dissatisfied. I think she's trying to convince herself that she's very happy with this life. But at one point, I think she starts to question it. And maybe he doesn't understand. It's not something like when she wants to change things, he's not on board, and they maybe drift apart a little bit. Okay. So I think what we'll do today is I want to visit our bestie. I'm pretty sure she lives in this one. Oh yeah, there she is, Lauren Klein. I love that they actually do things in the house and you can see them. In case she didn't notice, we'll let her know that we're pregnant. We are freshly in our second trimester, but we are very pregnant. I'm going to see if I can send you on an odd job, and I'm actually going to read the description to make sure we're sending him on one that we don't have to do anything. Oh, why is he jealous? Look, he's so mad. He's so mad that we're talking to our best friends. Okay, let's do the lawn maintenance. Starts at 11 a.m. Okay, perfect. So we'll be leaving for that in a few minutes. Oh, is he feeling so jealous that he has to make sure that he kisses us in front of her bestie? Jealous pangs. It's not always reasonable, but sometimes those jealous feelings just come to the surface. This is a deligracy build, by the way. I don't think I really made any changes to it. So it does look like a child is supposed to live here, but she obviously doesn't have one right now. He made a whopping 72 simoleons. Nice. I mean, every little bit helps. Okay, let's head home. We're gonna go get an ultrasound and see what we end up with. Ultrasound examination results. Patient named above is pregnant with one baby. It will most likely be a boy. We're having a little boy. So it is just one baby, which I was not expecting. And our dad came over to visit. Can I just get one more odd job in before the day ends? I know that you're tired, Timothy, but find an odd job. Let's do this box packing one. Oh yeah, so we have the option to choose how we give birth as part of PandaSama's mod. So we have to call our obstetrician and we can choose what kind of birth we would like to have. I do think that she will want to do a natural delivery. So the surgery machine is the default birthing option that comes with the Sims game. But with PandaSama's mod, we have the option to do a cesarean or to do a natural delivery. So since it's only one baby, if it was twins, I would have chosen cesarean. But if it's one baby, I think that Willow would really want to try for a natural delivery. Natural delivery is a low-tech way of giving birth by letting nature take its course. You may travel to the hospital once you are in early stages of labor. Early labor can be unpredictable. The average length varies from hours to days. To promote comfort during early labor, you may try exercising on a birthing ball or taking a walk. After you're fully dilated, you'll be instructed by your obstetrician to start pushing. This stage typically lasts about 70 minutes. Once your baby is born, they will be handed off to you immediately for skin-to-skin contact. So we will choose that. So I'm pretty sure that I have, as part of a mod, I have the ability to throw like a baby shower or something. Pregnancy announcement. There we go. Okay, so we're scrolling. Lauren is coming, and we're also going to get Greta to come. And then it is just our sister's family. Here they are. And that should be everyone that we're inviting. And then we'll do it at our house, and we will do it at 9 a.m. And we're starting our announcing pregnancy party. So all we have to do is announce pregnancy 3 times. Should be easy enough. Hopefully everyone shows up. So this is our ex that we have a very bad relationship with. We are at some point supposed to rekindle that relationship. We haven't yet, but I think at this point, you know, we've kind of always going to cry in the closet. Okay, never mind. Never mind. But basically, he cheated on us with our sister, so we obviously broke up with him, and we are supposed to have his baby at some point. Anchor's so cute. He's like the cutest toddler I've ever seen. I'm actually like kind of not mad that we're mixing our genetics with Andy, because I think he's a very beautiful sim. And this is our sister. She's also very pretty. We should probably announce the pregnancy to her because she doesn't know yet. We don't have the worst relationship with her, but we're not as close as we were when we were teenagers. I think that more of the issues are between her and Andy. So, festering grudge. So we still have this festering grudge sentiment with him, but it's actually gone a little bit down. So let's make sure we share the big news with him. Here she has festering bitterness. She cannot stand being around a sim that she has a grudge on. Broken up, cannot be seen by that sim. She still has feelings about the fact that they're broken up. Don't go to bed just yet. I kind of want her to just try to apologize to Andy a little bit. It's not necessarily going to help anything, but at this point, since we're kind of pregnant and we're moving on as well, I feel like we're going to try to make a bit of an effort to bury the hatchet. And obviously our sons will be cousins and we're going to want them to get along. I know that we're in the middle of a party, but I do think we need to maybe take a nap. And for you, are you still feeling sick? Jealous pangs? Oh no, he's feeling jealous. Okay, well, I think that this party went relatively well, but I think it's time to end things. I feel like it's been going on for a long time. Memorable moment. You've been given a moodlet buff for completing the social event. Look for new social interactions which expire with the moodlet. Okay. 2 days. Morty's from announcing pregnancy. I'm glad I got everyone together despite how they all took the news. It's out there now. Feels good to finally tell everyone. Okay, I think she's feeling pretty good. There is one item I wanted to buy. Yoga ball, I think is what it's called. I don't know where it is. There we go. So I do think we want one of these. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. Oh, no, I can't afford it. Oh, actually, let's put up a photo of our friend. I'm just going to pick one and I'm going to sell these. We still can't afford the yoga ball, so shockingly, I don't know why those photos weren't worth more. Maybe we can do enough odd jobs that we can purchase this before we go into labor because it can take a little while with the mod to get through early labor. I think she'll either have the baby like late tonight or maybe early in the morning. We're definitely eating pancakes for dinner because we can't afford to make anything else right now. I want the yoga ball. What we need is we need the money trash can, even though I think that's also 200 simoleons. We definitely can't afford it right now. Oh, look, we're putting all our laundry on the ground because I also need to buy laundry stuff. Man, this is a little bit of a rough start, isn't it? Actually, so when her sister was giving birth, I did play through their birth and Andy left partway through the pregnancy. I don't know. I think he went to work or something. And I was like, excuse you, like you need to be here for the birth. He just like left. Okay, let's head to bed. Timothy might be able to squeeze in a second odd job. I'm not really sure. Oh, we made a little bit more money that time. That's good. Can I book an odd job also again? No, of course we can't. Cool. He does work tomorrow, but I think we're having the baby tomorrow. No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go look for some collectibles. You're not going to bed. I'm sorry, Timothy. I'm sorry, but we need money. There's usually a lot of collectibles. Look, there's one right here. Start digging. Start digging. We need a medicine ball for your wife's pregnancy. This is essential. An essential service. Do it for your wife and child, Timothy. You can do it. What did we get here? 8 bluebells. A fossil. Oh, we probably need to extract the fossil. We can try and do a little bit of fishing. Oh, I think we'll be able to afford the yoga ball now. Okay, we'll still make him go fishing even though he's sick. Hopefully he doesn't die. Okay, so we'll fish to hopefully be able to afford medicine for him before we go to the hospital because we want him to pass his COVID test and all that. Now let's get a nice blue yoga ball. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this in our inventory because I think you bring it to the hospital with you, I'm pretty sure. Catch us something good, Timothy, please. Please, you're sick. We need you at the birth and you can't come if you're feeling sick. The fish are too crafty. And why is she feeling enraged? Because of her crush? Well, that's just great. We actually can't afford medicine, though. We've just got enough money. Willow, maybe you can purchase some medicine for your husband. I think what we'll do is we'll give it to him as a gift. Proof that we care about him, even if he didn't order the medicine himself, because he's probably like, we have no money, we need to save it for the baby. And she's like, no, you need medicine. I need you to be able to come to the birth. And of course, if you're feeling sick, they won't let you in. So I dipped into our savings and I got you this. I feel like you really need it. Oh, and he just caught a fish. Nice. Let's see if he likes it. Oh, okay, good. He's not mad. Let's have him take that and send them both to bed. Oh my gosh, here we go. Just as he's about to go to work too, of course. Oh my God, what do we do? I'm gonna let him go to work for a little bit. We have our ball, so we can try to labor a little bit at home. Let's do a little bit of yoga. Actually, you know what? I don't know if this is an option with this mod. You know what? Let's not do this. So we're gonna head to the hospital. We'll do a bit of early labor there, and it will be like they called him from work, and we'll bring him over. They're off to a rough start, I'm not gonna lie. What we can do is we can come over to one of the hospital rooms, put our ball out. I'm gonna let him stay at work for a little bit because trust me, like laboring actually takes a long time with this mod. Welcome to the clinic. Feel free to make yourself comfortable and ask one of our obstetricians if you need anything. You can try doing some labor-inducing activities such as taking a walk or doing exercises on a birthing ball. You'll go into active labor once you are 10 centimeters dilated. So I think she knows, like she understands their financial situation. So she might be trying to go through a little, as much of the labor as possible as she can on her own. But you have all kinds of options. So you can do the yoga ball exercises. You can go for a walk. You can also ask for an epidural or have them check your dilation. Oh yeah, I forgot they changed into their sports outfits for the breathing exercises. But I think this animation is super cute too. This is one that was newly added. How's our work performance? Oh, we only work until 2. We're gonna be here soon. Okay, well that's cool. Whoa, Timothy brought home 208 simoleons. That's pretty good for an entry-level job. All right, we're bringing Timothy here. Get in here, please. Your wife's been doing this on her own for the last several hours, so your help would be muchly appreciated. Thank you. I like his like little military uniform too. I think it's so cute. She's gonna be so happy to see him. He's panicking a little bit, but look, this is my favorite. So there's an animation that they can do together, sway together. Yeah, this animation is super cute. Look at how cute this is. Wait, I'm gonna take a little photo. There. We can do this for Twitter. There we go. Oh, I think she's off to have the baby. I think we're having the baby. I don't know why he's like over there on his own. Sometimes the birth partner is a little bit slow to get there and it makes me a bit nervous. But we are finally having our baby. There we go. Okay, so our baby's name is Ashton. They place it on us. Look, it's so cute. And he's crying. So adorable. So baby Ashton is already at home. We're going to go ahead and just travel home because it takes them a while to leave the hospital otherwise, and everyone's needs is really bad. So this is going to be the first of at least 4 kids that we're having. It's a lot of kids to have. Okay, he can finally sleep, and he's very stinky, and he works. I mean, I think he has to go to work. I'm really sorry, Timothy, but you're off. Have a good day. We're definitely going to depend on every paycheck for the moment. Oh my gosh, his knees are so trash. And he didn't even work out. Oh man. Raw recruit. He's raw for sure, but it does look like he's getting a promotion today, so that's good. Oh, he's home, and it looks like, oh my gosh. This poor man. Look at this. I don't even know if we can get him in the shower before he passes out. Let's try. Maybe he can take a bath and take a little nap in the bath. Okay, let's see. So we did get a promotion. How long has it been? Timothy can't. Oh no. He's getting the fear about the jobs again, but he has been promoted to private 4th class. Is she? Is her mom pregnant? She's pregnant, right? Alrighty then. But Timothy is now private 4th class. He will now make an additional 8 simoleons for 30 per hour. He also received falling bonus, medical publicity heart, bravery heart, and he still works the same hours, but he's making more money, which is nice. We're gonna let Timothy feed the baby a bottle, and then he's going to go to bed because he is pooped. But I did want to give him the chance to meet his little baby. What is she making? A corn dog. I didn't even know you could make corn dogs. That looks actually like a pretty good corn dog. I like the little drizzle of mustard. Well, I do think this is where we're gonna leave it. We're gonna keep working on making money because I think we will want a bigger house sooner than later since we have to have at least 4 kids. And we will work on moving Timothy up his military career. So we've got a ways to go. Maybe we can try working from home with him a little bit, and we might even get pregnant with our second child next time. We will see. But that is where we're at for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me for part 1 of the Crybaby Whims Legacy Challenge. Don't forget to like and follow for part 2. And if you want to catch me playing this live, you can follow me on Twitch. The link is below. See you next time. Bye.